Yes.
Awesome possum, dude.
Are we recording? Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Or-
I figured out the destinations for everything.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, so hypothetically, this should be. Hold on.
Hypothetically speaking.
Except for I already ran out of my drink.
Oh, go get yourself more G Fuel.
Shut the fuck up. Gotta
Can't
get this
now,
game,
everything's
gamer.
just started.
Gotta get this game.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Still have some
Shitty
of my orange
podcast.
juice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Are we
nice.
calling it the Shitty Podcast or the Broke Boys?
Are we rolling?
Yes, we are. I was gonna do like, yeah. Welcome to the Shitty Podcast.
Yeah. Come on, host. You're supposed to host
Well,
us.
if it's the shitty podcast, then I am the leader because I am shitty.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Your host, Killer Keemstar. They have Sage. This is really weird.
Yeah.
Do you want to play that FNAF ambience really quick?
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
Sure thing, buddy.
Because I don't know if the volume from that will like actually connect from your phone, but really quick, just because we actually have like decent audio now. Check. That, and we can
Check
also
one,
just
check
stare
two.
at the camera when it starts playing.
It is.
Oh, it seems really quiet.
I turned it down because there's 2 ads.
Oh, awesome.
And I don't want the capture to pick it up.
Yeah, because that'd be kind of shitty.
Yeah.
What he likes at.
Awesome. Wait, everybody. It's not picking up. Hold on.
Oh, is it not? Oh.
I think I just have to turn. That sounds bad.
No. There you go. It's getting louder.
Oh, the headphones. That's awful.
Wait. Yeah, it's picking up now.
Oh, sick. Everyone just want to look in the camera really quick. All right, that was fun.
Excellent, excellent.
That's so bad.
Excellent.
We have
Excellent.
now entered staring into the void with Fubuki.
Start off the podcast type thing.
Hey, you want to talk about your experiences today in the restroom,
You
Noah?
stole that from me.
I don't know if I want to talk about
You
it.
should talk about that. That seems like a very interesting
A
topic.
little bit more context behind the orange juice bottle. Basically, I'll start it off since that's kind of where it started. This
Story
morning,
time.
before we decided that we were going to do a podcast today, I wanted to get a drink when I was at his place. So I took him with me to Casey's, to like the gas station, and I told him just go in, get me like Nesquik chocolate milk.
Which I did. You know, I got
Yeah.
them. They were protein ones.
He got the protein ones, but he ended up getting orange juice, and we were trying to set stuff up today, and he
it's a
drank.
big ass thing. Of
Right,
orange juice,
he drank like the whole thing.
practically.
And so later we were gonna pick
What?
up.
What was the time?
Yeah, time frame.
How long did it take you to chug that whole thing?
I reckon like he downed it in probably like
Yeah, 10 or 20
Yeah,
minutes.
20-minute
Oh,
period.
Jesus
And
Christ.
didn't you guys leave the house at like 1?
Yeah, something like that. And then we came
Oh,
here.
boy. Oh boy.
He downed it in like 20 minutes, and
Something
so
like that. I know.
All right,
On our-
continue.
on our way to pick up Bean to come to the podcast, we were gonna go, and Noah's like, yeah, really quick, just like give me a minute, I want to use the bathroom. And I'm like, all right, dope, I'll start setting more podcast stuff before Bean gets here. And so he goes to the bathroom, and I'm just kind of chilling out in the office, like the room over here, and we're just kind of like doing our own thing for a little bit. And I hear, because the vent from that bathroom that he was in like leads directly into my office.
And I knew this, and I was trying my best to stay discreet.
Right, but I could hear him shitting like so loud. It was so loud.
And you don't know how humiliating it was either.
No, it was pretty. It was pretty awesome. Like
Drew
I could
just
hear it.
over there, just minding his own business, and all of a sudden, just a little bit.
No,
Pretty
it
much.
was so loud. I could hear it like high definition. So I go up.
Did you get the whole like sound effect? Did you get the sploosh?
No, yeah, literally. That's like the first thing that I heard, and I look up and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" But no, I went upstairs to go to that bathroom. And I'm like, "Hey, buddy, make sure you run the exhaust fan because it wasn't running." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I should probably do that really quick." And I'm like, "Awesome. You doing okay there?" And he yells like after that. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm out of toilet paper." And I'm like, "Do you need me to run and go and get you some?" And he was like, "No, I'm fine." I'm like, "You sure, buddy?" He was like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine." I'm like, "Did you wipe?" And he was like, "Yeah, I wiped.
No,
I'm like, "Are you sure you wiped?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm just finishing up." And I'm like, "All right, awesome. It's been like 10 minutes, and we were supposed to pick Bean up like 10 minutes ago." He's like, "All right."
no, but like, there was toilet paper in there originally for sure, but it's just such a colossal amount.
Right, and so pretty much the punchline to that is before he got out, he was like, "Please remind me to never drink that much orange juice again." And I'm like, "All right, buddy."
No, I definitely learned my lesson.
No more orange juice. So that's why there's like a drop left in there.
Getting into me, I'm kind of thirsty.
I thought you learned your lesson.
Well, no, that ain't a colossal amount. I mean, got like.
Watch here in like
Sliver.
5 minutes. He's gonna
Like
go
a
rush into the bathroom.
Yeah,
We're gonna
you
hit-
or him.
Yeah, me
We're
or
gonna hit
me
the
or him,
poops, we're gonna
yeah.
hit
I
sploosh.
have food poisoning. Probably. I don't know what it is.
Right.
What would you reckon it is? Do you think it's my acid fluids, my recently developing
Heart condition.
heart condition,
Yeah, something like that.
or do I just have food poisoning?
It's fun to laugh at others.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
awesome.
think you just got a shit stomach, buddy.
That
To the
Well,
rest of us.
little TMI, but I've been shitting liquid for the past 5 hours.
Awesome.
You had to check the time.
No, that diarrhea story reminded me of when we were all homesick, like earlier this week, was it?
Something like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was like right as like the weekend ended. So like Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, it was like Monday, Tuesday.
Right. No, that was pretty awesome because it was me, it was Noah, and it was Bean, and it was a friend of ours. His name's Braden. We were all just homesick, like same day. We thought we had like a stomach bug or something. So, like probably around 5, the day that we were all sick, we were all just kind of like feeling pretty crappy, pretty muddy. So we end up going to their place, and we were all just kind of shooting the shit for a little bit. And I didn't know that he was sick, so we just kind of like talked a little bit. And Bean was like, "Oh yeah, I've been pretty sick recently." Like, yeah, that's awesome. And we ended up just chatting about it because our morning that morning, I was gonna go take him to school, but I was sick, so I walk in and he was like, "Oh hey, what's up? I've just been throwing up this morning, like threw up in the bathtub," and I'm like, "Oh, awesome!" Like
Yeah, you
that's
should
pretty...
go a little more in depth to that.
Come on.
How do you mean?
You don't gotta out me like this. I'll out myself for this.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to tell this story because
Yeah.
it's pretty much your story
Yeah.
to tell.
So basically, I wake up in the morning and it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Wait, no, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was early.
And I knew to myself right away, if I'm waking up this early, there's no damn good reason to be up. I never wake up past 7 o'clock, willingly at least. And I felt my mouth started to water, so I went downstairs and I peeked in the bathroom. And I went back upstairs without.
Just nonchalantly. Oh yeah, I just went down peeked in the bathtub.
Yeah,
Threw
and
my
I
guts
remember,
out.
I
Yeah.
remember being semi-conscious during that.
Yeah.
Just hearing Noah in the bathroom just hurling.
I mean, I don't know. That's all I had
And
to
then
do.
my half-conscious mind said, "It's not my problem. I just went back to bed."
Yeah, but no. With a one-track mind, after I'm done, I'm like, all right, it's done. I did what I needed to do. And I went back upstairs and I went to bed for a little while
Yeah,
longer.
threw up in the bathtub, by the way. And so probably shortly after he got done throwing up and went back upstairs, I walk in, I woke him up again, and he was like, "Yeah, what's up?" Just like throw up, and then that's pretty much the continuation of where that left off. And so He was like, yeah, I threw up in the bathtub. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, probably not going to school. Hey, by the way, did you wash out the bathtub? He was like dead silence. And I'm like, Noah, did you wash out the bathtub? Like, complete dead silence. And I'm like, Noah, if you didn't, you need to do that now. He's like, motherfucker. And he just, like, got up and, like, ran downstairs. I'm late for school at this point as well, but I just thought that was, like, the funniest shit.
I had a one-track mind. I got my job done.
No, he, definitely not a good morning, so. That's pretty much that day. We ended up just shooting the shit for a little bit when I got back after school.
And I was the only one not sick.
Yeah.
As it is, I'm all the time.
I just kind of had a fever when I was sleeping. Couldn't sleep very good.
Yeah,
and
no,
then he
I
went
couldn't
home and had a
sleep
heart
either.
attack.
Yeah. Well, that was before. That was
Yeah.
before. Should I talk about that?
Yes, you absolutely should.
All right.
Wait, one thing before you start. The one thing that is possibly worse than drowning while on fire is probably like when you just can't fall asleep because you can't get comfortable enough. And
Oh
you have
yeah,
that, like, cold
that is
sweat.
awful.
Yeah, no, that makes me want to shoot
Yeah,
myself.
because I couldn't sleep that night because like it wasn't that like my nasally like crap was congested. I could breathe just fine. It's that my throat hurt so damn bad, and I could feel like my sinuses draining down my throat. So dry. I didn't want to get up to get a drink because swallowing hurt. So I just kind of laid there, and I didn't sleep that night, and I didn't sleep the night after.
So you're
that.
saying you're a quitter?
Shut up. Don't
Yeah,
say
sure.
that.
Funny.
It's not funny.
The more you're laughing.
I'm not.
What are
I
some?
don't remember
yeah.
who showed it to me last night, but someone was watching a TikTok, and it was
That's
like,
weird.
if you had to
It's
give
probably
up
Zach.
blowjobs or lettuce,
Oh,
which
oh.
would you give up? And
What?
everyone was immediately like, blowjobs. Yeah, get rid of blowjobs. Yeah, they make my throat hurt. This is Drew.
That reminds me. As I was going home last night, I took out my earbuds, and they immediately connected to something. I'm like, wait, my phone's Bluetooth is off. So what the fuck do they connect to? So I put them in, and all I hear was that would you rather give up cheese or blowjobs? And I'm like, whoa!
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
it was
about
cheese.
that.
Yeah, it was
It's
cheese.
just cheese.
Jeez.
And I was like, what the fuck?
How far away were you from the house? Like when you were
I was
walking
still
out?
in the living room. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty
that
sure it
was-
was Zach.
No, it was Caleb.
Was it Caleb?
It was Caleb.
How would they have connected to your earbuds?
Because I think he's connected to them before,
Oh,
so they just automatically connected to his.
Oh.
that's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah, it was.
It was pretty funny though. I was like, what the fuck?
Right. That's wild. What else has happened the past little bit? Oh yeah, do you want to talk
I
about
was
your
gonna say, you want me to talk about my condition?
your
that has been
condition?
transpiring for the last like.
Right.
So had chest pains, not fun.
Right.
Arm felt like it was going numb.
Like your left arm, right?
My left arm. So it
Right.
was like extra worrying.
You know, heart attack
Yeah.
symptoms.
Yeah, pretty much.
But one night as I
We're
was
getting
trying to go to
close
bed.
now,
Huh?
We're getting close now. We're scooching.
Oh, I just
forward.
wanted to. You need to talk into the mic more, bud.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, boy.
But as I was laying in bed trying to go to sleep, it was like 1 a.m., 1:30, something like that. I felt myself go real cold all of a sudden. And I went, oh shit, something ain't right.
Right.
So the first thing that I did, I checked my pulse, because, me thinking there was something wrong with my heart. And when I
Right.
checked it, there was nothing there.
right.
So that's when the panic set in.
Right.
And I was like, oh, fuck, I better tell somebody about this. So I went upstairs, told my sister. She was like, real cool about it. She was like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I'm over here freaking out. I'm shaking. Fucking, I'm
having
like,
a heart attack.
having a heart attack, or at least what it felt like a heart attack. And finally, I got a hold of my mom. Took me to the hospital. Did all the scans and shit, whatever they needed to do.
Right.
And basically came to the conclusion that I just had acid.
Like build up.
Yeah. GERD.
GERD.
Yeah, is what it's called.
Awesome. I love
Yeah.
cheese gourds.
Yeah. So now I can't have anything spicy or extra acidic, or else it's gonna happen again.
Right.
And you love
Like,
spicy food.
especially
Yeah.
orange juice is bad for you.
Yeah.
You want a drink?
No.
Yeah, and didn't you say you went in there at like 1:50 in the morning? Didn't get out till like 5.
Yeah, I went in there. It was like 2:20 when I got
Right.
there, and I didn't get
That's
until like
awful.
5:30.
That's
that must
bad.
have sucked.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was. I was just sitting there miserable. I was like, I'm gonna die. I got home. I started crying.
Right.
Oh,
I was like,
right.
damn, I'm glad to be alive.
Speaking of staying in hospitals for longest amount of times, have you ever seen like a mental like safe room with
Safe.
yeah like a safe room for mental like people
Like a padded room?
yeah kinda like
No, I don't think I've seen like a real one.
want me to describe it to you?
Sure thing, pal.
Okay, good, because I'm not going to give you an option.
I was
So-
gonna say, I imagine it just being like a school wrestling room gym.
Oh no, not
It's just
not
padded
not
on all
that type of
walls.
padding room. That's like for like insane people.
yeah, that's like for insane people, but no, it's just pure white walls, like stale white lights, and I had like a rubber chair and a rubber slab to sleep on for like.
So what was the context behind you just being there?
I don't want to give any.
Yeah, I was gonna
nouns,
say I don't think
Right.
you want to talk that about that publicly.
Right.
but I mean, nah, just rubber chair, rubber slab, and a TV, plastic over it, so that way I don't try and steal a TV on my way out.
A TV.
Yeah.
So it
And-
sounds like you were meant to go insane in said room.
Yeah, no, it definitely felt like
And
it.
on the TV, the only thing that played was Britney Spears. Legend has it.
I'd actually be more entertained if it did play anything, because I sat there for 2 days straight with nothing but a white light, and
Damn.
someone always constantly in my doorway watching me for hours.
That's creepy. Just standing in your door.
Yeah, no, it was terrible too because he was a politician and wouldn't shut up about like Trump or Biden or anything.
What?
Please tell me you asserted dominance, but just started beating me right in front of him. Tell me you
On-
asserted
on a
your
rubber
dominance.
No, if anything, I just sat there, looked at him, tried picking up
Made direct
conversation.
eye contact.
No,
with
there
him.
was definitely a lot of that.
You should have just stripped naked and T-posed in the middle of the room, making direct eye contact.
Should have just ran around naked.
Yeah.
Find
What
the
are they?
nearest? Yeah, no, find the nearest lunchroom and like lather myself in butter. They can't catch me. I'm too slippery.
Slid down the hallway.
I want to do that so bad. Wait, I actually remember one story of some kid in a hospital who they got somehow in the bathroom. It took all the soap.
Somehow, is it not like open?
Well, it's usually locked because it's a shower room.
I could hear that. It was so loud.
But no, he was telling the story how he took all the soap, sprayed it on the floor, and they like did like slip and slides until they got caught.
That would be sick.
Mm.
You're not the only one who thinks that's stupid, are you?
I was not listening. I'm not gonna lie.
Basically, mental institution, lots of soap, and they made a slip and slide in the bathroom.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
Am I the
on.
only one that thinks that's stupid?
Why is it
Because
stupid?
it was like a shower room and they got in there.
Oh, I thought you were,
What
I
kind of
was
room
like,
did you think it was?
I was like imagining just like a Walmart bathroom. And you just have a bunch of soap just lathered on the ground.
That would be awesome. Can we do that next time we're in Walmart?
Dude, no, I don't even want to know what diseases are on those floors.
Oh, fun fact about Walmart. I'm actually banned
God,
from 3 Walmarts in the state that I live in.
God, this is the equivalent to the seppuku shit that you talk about. Oh, speaking of WalMarts.
Speaking of
I just go on a
Walmart.
tangent.
Yeah,
That you guys have heard 3
yeah.
times.
You
No,
know what?
I-
You know what? Go ahead. Tell a story. Go ahead.
Story time.
I'll
Story
tell
time,
one of the
story time.
stories from the Walmart.
It is too late.
There's a town like north from where we live, and my cousins go up there like pretty frequently. So I was just there with my cousins and like some of their friends, and we were just kind of like, I don't know, just going to Walmart to fuck around. But basically, it turned from like shopping in Walmart for like absolutely nothing to like a clusterfuck. But it was honestly like, it was terrible, and I feel awful for like all the Walmart employees, but it was also really fun.
Right.
But no, we were just like in that Walmart, just kind of like dicking around. It kind of started with like picking up a bunch of like random grocery items, and just like putting like a huge pile of it somewhere.
It's just a huge pile.
Yeah, but we ended up making our way to the back of the Walmart, where it's like a lot of like the empty shelves for like the gardening stuff, and it was like dead of winter, so there's no gardening stuff, so mostly empty shelves. It kind of started with like the kid that I was with, like one of my cousin's friends tried to climb up the shelf that was there, like those like metal shelves that are only kept in by like quick release like snappy things, and it's
What
just
is
like
he, 5?
No, he's like a year older than I am, I'm pretty sure. But this kid is like stupid, right? Like
Yeah,
IQ at 2. He climbed up this shelf and it broke, but he was like, I don't know, like double like his body height up from where he was, and he like fell through all of the other shelves, and it was the loudest shit ever. Meanwhile, me and like a bunch of other kids that were there were just like in the bike section riding around like the little kiddie bikes and like honking the horns. Before the kid fell off the shelf, we were actually like having like Morse code conversations with a kid on like the next aisle with the bike horns. He was probably like 12, and we walked by him and he was like honking a horn at us, and the other kid that I was with was like, yo, like toss me one of those. And so we just like ran across the store like like constantly. It was awesome, just annoying the shit out of everyone there. But yeah, so then the kid falls off the shelf, back to that story, and like everyone that I was with looks over and we're like, oh, we know who that is. And it was bad. So there was some attendants around, one of which like looked over and was like, hey, don't climb on the shelves. Like, yeah, no shit. But there was like another employee that walked up to us, and she was like pretty cool, like the short blonde chick. She walks up to us and she's like, hey, they're gonna kick you out, by the way. We're like, oh, awesome, good to know. So we're walking out, right? And two attendants were just like standing near this like little like food cart area. I don't know how to describe it. It was like in the middle of like the aisle that you walk in between, and they like on their like little radio, they're like, we got all of them like leaving the room, like leaving the building. And we're like, oh, that's not good. So we go to the grocery section, and we're just kind of like dicking around because we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna buy some food because that's what we're here for. And then a kid drops a Lysol can that we were with, and it explodes everywhere. And at that point, we're like, okay, we're not shopping for food. We're leaving. And we got flagged down at the end. And they're like, yeah, you're not welcome back here.
Dang.
Bruh.
Dude, I remember when I was there once, I was with 2 or 3 other, and it was like after just getting off work at like 2 o'clock in the morning. We go down to Walmart because we were just waiting to get paid. It's already the next day. We're like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. How late can it be? 5 o'clock in the morning rolls around when we finally get paid.
Were you still in the Walmart?
No, we were sitting in front of the Walmart.
Oh my god.
Waiting to get paid so you can go in.
Yeah, waiting to get paid. So
Oh.
we just waiting out there for no reason. And one of the guys like, bruh, I'm thirsty. And we're like, okay. We haven't gotten paid yet. He's like, no, I'm thirsty. Goes into Walmart. 10 minutes later, he comes out. Nothing in his hands. I was like, thought he was thirsty. He's like, oh yeah. Reaches into his pants and pulls out 2 espresso Starbucks coffees in the can, and he's like, yeah, I'm thirsty. And he chugs the first one. We're still right in front of the doors.
5 a.m, chugging an espresso.
Yeah. So he chugs them both, and he just throws them in the parking lot. We're like, okay. We get paid, and it gets even better. We walk in. We're just kind of wandering around. Man goes over to the hat section, looks at his hat. He looks at his girlfriend. He puts his hat on her, and then just grabs it and puts it on and tears off the tag. And then just kept walking around. And
Do I know this guy?
you
Would I
might
know
know
him?
of him?
Okay. Don't say it on while recording.
Yeah, I
But definitely
wasn't
tell
going
me
to.
later.
But it was just like he just walked out and he's like, yep, I got this. I was like, What? Did I actually just witness this man pull basically 2 twisted tees out his pants?
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
Maybe.
I think so.
I also have a Walmart store.
Oh,
I have a few-
I think we all have Walmart stories now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, because you have that one
Yeah.
from when you were younger.
Yeah.
Share your Walmart stories.
All right, so you were there with us. It's when Zach was living back with us,
oh yeah.
and he decided to put me in the shopping cart, and we were walking around, and he started running. And obviously, I can't do much. I'm very defenseless within the
I
shopping
definitely
cart.
was not here for this.
No, I was pointing at Sage.
I
It
know,
was-
but like
it
this was not a time where I was
great.
like with you guys at Walmart.
No,
No, you were with
Okay.
us.
but no, he starts really picking up pace, and I'm like terrified because I obviously can't get out.
He's
So-
stuck in the cart.
Yeah, no. So he starts like sprinting. He starts like drifting around the corners. I can feel myself almost like tip over. And we're over like near the back of the store now.
Yeah, by the drinks.
Yeah, by the drinks, like all the Gatorades and shit like that. And by the time I even know it, he turns the corner, and there's a Walmart employee, and he gets scared, so he lets go of the cart because he's retarded. And
Wasn't he in like the big like lift thing that raises you up too?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, obviously, he lets go of the shopping cart. Velocity doesn't stop on its own. So
right.
I go dead towards the employee.
He's on a full collision course.
No, I'm already seeing things not going well today.
And keep in mind, me and wasn't it Mom?
Yeah, you guys were somewhere else.
Yeah, we were in the other aisle, just minding our business, and we just hear
I
smack.
haven't heard this yet.
Yeah, no.
Really?
No.
Oh,
I
it's great.
smack like into the shelf, like right next to her. I look at her. I'm like, I'm sorry. And I run as fast as I can.
I'm sorry.
At least you apologized.
Yeah, no, I had decency for it. That was all out of my control.
Oh, dude, Bean, you remember when you grabbed something out of the old lady's carts and she yelled at you?
You did that?
What?
Do you not remember that?
Keep talking about it. Maybe I
It
do.
was when we were in high school, right? And
Uh-huh.
we went to Fort Dodge to just fuck around, and we were by like the woman's product with like the pads, the pens and stuff, and you like just grabbed inside of a cart and picked up a bag of the pens.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Hey, put
Yeah,
that
I
down.
remember. I was like, oh shit.
God, that was
I haven't
funny.
heard about this either.
Oh, it was the
That's
best.
basically the extent of it, but it was so funny, like in retrospect. But at the time, I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
You just got she scared the shit out of
Because
you.
I think I picked it up to like say a joke or something, and she was like, "Hey, put that down." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Old ladies depends.
Yep.
Yeah, she was so mad.
Oh yeah, but I got a Walmart story.
Charlie.
Uh, when I was like, fucking, I was like 14, 15. It was a while ago. That was a while. I'm getting old.
Had the fear of God put into you.
I was a little fiend back then, because I used to take a lot of things without permission. And-
So you were a thief.
yeah,
Awesome.
In
But,
layman's terms, yes.
but I was in the Walmart and I was like, you know what, my charger just broke recently. I need a new charger, so I took one, and as I was leaving, I got stopped by the like undercover security person, and it was like, hey, I need you to come with me. I'm like, what's up? What's up? and it was just like, oh, we caught you in the cameras, like take it out of your pocket. We'll resolve this. And I'm like, oh, okay. I about shit my pants. I'm scared.
Yeah, no, surely.
But that's all resolved now. It's off my record, and after that experience, the simple thought of taking something again scares me.
Right. It definitely formed you. for
Yeah,
sure.
it did.
Well,
It's
that's
probably good that I got caught, because I'd probably still be doing it if I didn't.
right. Right.
Okay, we could all at least agree though, like Hot Topic pins that go in like the hats, the shirts, the whatever. That's free game. That's free game. You can't feel bad about taking
there's
those.
no tags on them or anything.
No,
There's no
they're
barcodes.
$2 for one pin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
they're
like
free
those
game.
I thought it was like 70
tiny
cents.
little like metal pins.
Oh no, they're whole ass $2.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, those are free.
And
Those are free.
Yeah,
Those are free if you got sticky fingers.
When we were at Hot Topic and we bought those shirts and I got that like strawberry milk pin,
Mhm.
that was like $7
Oh,
for that one pin.
oh my
Mhm.
god.
And I like copped 6. Just put them in my pocket and left, and they nothing.
Yeah, because like
Allegedly, allegedly.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah,
actually-
allegedly.
like all hypothetically.
only stories.
All
Only
hypothetical.
stories
Yeah.
for the ment of comedy.
But no, we got back to the hotel and like I looked at the receipt because I didn't like fully process like, oh, how much money did I spend today? I spent like 40 like on the shirts, and then it was like 47 on like a pin. Where did the extra 7 come from? It was the pin. So expensive. Like
Jesus.
outrageously expensive for like a tiny pin that I just put on one of my bags. And like those Pokemon pins that they sell, those are like 10 each and they come in like packs. And they're ridiculously overpriced. It's so bad.
Hot Topic.
I remember I saw
so-
Junji Ito, like face mask, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I might have to cop that one of these days. And it was $14. And I'm like, for a face mask? Nah, I'm good.
I suppose that isn't super outrageous if you get a custom. Like the disposable ones are fairly cheap.
Yeah.
But like at like the gas station by where they have like those like duck bill masks and it's like $5 and they're just like on the counter.
Why would
Like
you,
in the box still and they're $5.
why would you want?
Cause there's like more room so you can like speak eating like the
Oh, man,
So if
Get
you're
the mask.
weak,
yeah, that would be
Yeah,
nice,
I'm just gonna
but-
stick to the cheap stuff because I'm not gonna buy. I'm just not gonna put a bunch of money into something that I don't even like.
right.
I still got my face mask from Yesway that smells like piss now.
Awesome.
nice.
I need to wash it.
Yeah, you're supposed to wash those
Yeah,
like
I-
every 2 weeks so you
I-
don't get like bacterial infections.
I should probably do that. It's been like 6 months.
Yeah, you
I've
should
never
probably do
washed
that.
mine, actually. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and yours is like gross. Look.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that looks crummy.
Oh yeah, it does.
Hold on.
I
This is
wouldn't
what it
touch
looks
it.
like. You can't really see how gross it looks. It looks like old ladies like underwear. Kinda. It's that kind of material. It's just like one like thing, and it's so gross looking.
Yeah, no, it's just I
There
got
are like crumbs on it. There's like a stain on it.
got crumbs.
Yeah, I got
Why-
crumbs.
Why do I feel like we're those kids? You know that meme where it's the like 3 kids sitting on the
Oh,
couch
no,
and
that's
having
literally-
the intellectual conversations?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was like thinking this was. Like, when I
You
set it
think
up
this
today,
is
I'm like,
intellectual?
Yeah,
Intellectual.
The only people who
if
need
we
to
if we
watch
just
us
put
are
our
brain dead
hands like
monkeys.
this, then it's automatically intellectual.
Yeah, but we're brain dead monkeys. So
Oh yeah, can we talk about that? How all of us as males, as a collective, just decided the monkeys are fucking cool now.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Me and Noah had this conversation the other day.
Yeah, me and Noah
We have
had
it a
this
lot.
conversation yesterday about like how we really wanted like a pet monkey just to like live in his room. 'Cause that'd be
No,
awesome.
be so
God,
cool.
I love monkeys a lot. Like,
dude, I want to
They're
get like one
awesome.
of the tiny finger monkeys.
yeah,
oh
one of those too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like the
No, I'd
real
be so-
tiny ones. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about like the finger puppets, and I'm
No,
like,
like,
what
the-
resemblance?
No, the monkeys are just legit small enough to like latch onto your finger.
No, if
I
I-
want one of those.
I would so get like a nipple pocket shirt, just have him in my pocket.
Yeah, for sure, for
That'd be
sure.
that'd be so fun.
Just like a tiny little monkey
Yeah.
Yeah.
running around with
Yeah.
you.
Gorillas.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Gorilla.
Gorillas.
Right, wife. Life good. Kill wife. Regret.
Regrets and
Life's sad.
sadness.
What a
Monkeys are fucking cool.
what an iconic video.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the video of the video where the guys at like a jungle gym with a monkey, and like the monkey climbs up, and then he like grabs his hand and helps him up, and gives him a fist
Yeah,
bump
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that video. A
I
lot.
like the like viral videos that have been going around of like this one guy who just like has a monkey and he just like orders packages for him and he'll be like, "Oh, what's in the box? It's a mattress." And the monkey's like, "Oh, this is like the coolest thing ever." Like that gets me real happy because I'm like, yeah, I love monkeys. They're so cool.
no,
Monkey.
They're-
Okay. Because it's literally compared to like. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
they're full of bliss and they're raw
Yeah.
emotion animals.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
having a depressed monkey?
Yeah, just don't give it meds because it might hallucinate and rip your face off.
Oh, nice.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there was a. You remember those Nexpo videos that I was showing you about like disturbing things from the internet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a story in one of them that the monkey was like feeling like a little down or something, and so the owner gave him I forget exactly what it was,
Like
but
SSRIs, like serotonin reuptake inhibitors, kind of like depression meds, or
no, it was like I think it was like pain medicine.
oh,
So it made the monkey hallucinate,
right,
and it attacked her friend,
yeah,
ripped her face off.
because there's like videos on the internet. Yeah, I've seen that, and there's like ones with like monkeys with like guns. Like apparently, like a few years back, there was like a monkey that like shot people with like a gun.
Was it like
If
an
it-
AK?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think that video's fake because because I'm pretty sure it was just promotional material for the
ISIS.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was like promotion for that movie.
oh, it's
okay,
kind of
okay.
dumb.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
was kind of upset when I found that.
Yeah,
I
I
have
was
not
really
watched
hoping
a
that a
single
monkey
one of
just
those
like
movies.
massacred a bunch
Huh?
of people.
I have not watched a single one of those movies.
I've watched the first one, the remake that they did, and it was okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, nah, monkey brain. That's what we have. That's what we deserve to have.
Yeah.
I
And
feel
as a
like we get a lot
collective.
of things done.
I don't know. Apparently, there's like 5 of them. 5 of those. I
Same.
think there's like 4 or 5.
No,
Crazy.
I couldn't.
I know what you do after the first movie.
I don't know. I think they go to war in one of them.
Yeah.
Or
I think I've seen like one of the newer ones, and it was just like a monkey. The only thing that I remember, because I was like half asleep when I saw it, was
learn
just
how to
like
use,
it was like a
war
scene
missiles.
under a waterfall, and there was like a dude like dying on the floor, and there was just like a monkey that like like hooked onto like a rock and like fell through the waterfall, and he's like monkey, and then he like kills the dude. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I don't know what this is, and then I fell asleep.
Monkey.
Nice.
Yeah. What are some other good conversation topics here?
Let's see. We already talked about being sick.
We can bring up like one of our old stories.
Give some.
Which ones?
Walking like through the cornfield. Part of that one at least. I'll start this off. Because
You know
you
this
two
way
you
better
two
than
have
I do.
both heard about this, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, there's this town over from where we live, and we used to have this friend that like we'd hang out with occasionally, but we were pretty much like in and out of there for like a month straight because we were like, oh yeah, it's pretty sick.
And
'Cause he was-
also, one thing is that this town's pretty rural,
Yeah, it's very small, like surrounded by cornfields and stuff.
like everywhere,
Yeah,
Crackheads. Every corner.
pretty much.
yeah, but he was living like there's his parents' house, right? And then next to it is like this old trailer home that they ended up buying and like fixing up. So he was staying in that trailer home just like so he can hang out with his friends or whatever. And so that's where we were staying. So we got real hungry. It was like at that point it probably would have been like 11 at night. You know, so like the night is just starting, like
Yeah.
starting to live it up. And so we're like, yeah, we all got some money, so like let's go, I don't know, get some snacks, get some drinks. And he was like, yeah, for sure. None of us have our licenses. But like just like a mile through a corn get there. Everyone's like, oh yeah, sick, a mile. That isn't that bad. So we started walking across the town. It only takes us like a minute to get from one end of the town to the other. And then you can see like this big like truck stop that's there, right?
This
Did-
is like far off in the distance too.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, it's only a mile, it's fine. Didn't figure this out until later, but that truck stop is like one of the biggest human trafficking spots in our state.
Yep.
That very specific truck stop.
And it's in the middle of nowhere too.
Right.
Like
there's
right off like an interstate.
yeah.
Just but fuck nowhere.
So we started walking, right? About an hour into it, everybody else but this kid, we're gonna name that kid Jimmy.
Right, that
Right.
works.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
So the kid that owned that house that was living there, his name's Jimmy now. Everybody but Jimmy kind of just like realized, oh, definitely isn't a mile to get there. Was that
Who was that?
No, that's my stomach. going.
Oh, that was
That's
loud. I'm pretty
scary.
sure the mic picked it up.
I
Oh, God.
really hope so.
That's terrible.
but no, so we're still walking through this corn, probably about an hour in. Just kind of dicking around. We ended up climbing over fences, and it had just rained, right? We live in the town over, and it didn't rain there, so we didn't know that it rained. But we were walking through mud, like nice shoes, like our pants got all dirty, and this was like our only set of clothes. So, just walking through it, whatever.
Not a good time.
Yeah, I had to walk over like fences and stuff, like barbed wire fences, and we ended up getting pretty close to the road that the Flying J was on, walking in like a straight diagonal, and it was all fine and dandy. But we had to go through the what are they ditches? Yeah,
Yeah, ditch.
we had to like walk through the ditch. There was like a high spot and there's a low spot, but the low spot had like a bunch of water, right? So we took the high spot.
Is your
And
stomach still making noises?
No, that was me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I heard your stomach just go.
but we walk through like the higher part, but it's all mud, like just sink through it like shin deep mud. And so we just kind of trudge through it because we're about on the road. And at this point, Jimmy and like this other kid that we were with, not super important to this story, Jimmy decides that it'd be a real smart idea, A, to wear slippers to walk across a cornfield, and B, he steps on this piece of glass.
Wait. He wanted to get there faster, so he started running.
Did he?
Yeah, because I think me and
The other kid that was there?
I think we stayed back and started walking because we didn't want to be inconspicuous.
Right, because we're closer to the road. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think he was running, and I was kind of jogging behind him because I'm like, yeah, food, awesome. I also have to really pee, like really bad.
Yeah.
So
Well, you just be in the cornfield.
Too easy.
I'm surrounded by the homies. I want him to see
Hey,
that.
if they were truly homies, they wouldn't have cared. They
I
would have
suppose
hugged
that's
around you and
fair.
been like, "Hey, nice cock."
Hey.
But no, we like he steps on a piece of glass, like impales through his slippers, like halfway through his foot, and he's just bleeding everywhere, stepping in mud and water.
Is this
and,
Jimmy?
Like, yes,
Yeah.
this is
Oh,
this is that
okay.
Jimmy kid. Just steps in like all of that like gross bacteria probably going into his bloodstream. So he's like, "Oh, that really hurt." So we run really quick into this truck stop. We like brush off our feet or whatever, and we walk through this.
Also, while he is tracking blood through
Right.
the entire like Flying J.
Right. There is blood, like footprints on like his like right foot, and he's just walking like straight to the bathroom. And so we're like, "Oh, this is really inconvenient." So did you go with him into the bathroom to bandage him up, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we got like paper towels and like we took out the pieces of glass and like we washed it underwater and stuff. Meanwhile, me and the other kid that was there, we're just getting snacks cuz we're just hungry.
Yeah.
And we were the ones that had the money, so we're like, we're just gonna get the snacks and they're just gonna figure it out. So the guy who was like at the cash register, by this point it's probably like 12:30 at night, you
Like,
reckon?
Yeah, like 12 or 1.
Yeah, so pretty late. So we're the only people that are in there. And the guy who was working the cash register walks up to us and was like, "Hey, your buddy, he bleeding out of his foot?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, but he's fine. Like, sorry about that. Like, you have to clean up and whatever. Like, that's our bad." He's
Yeah,
like, "Oh no, it's okay. Like, is it bad?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I think we can get it." And he was like, "Oh, let me call an ambulance."
No. In backstory to why he wanted to call the ambulance, Jimmy's dumbass decided to tell him that he stepped on a rusty nail instead of glass.
Yeah, because it was definitely glass.
But for some reason, he said a rusty nail.
Christ.
Yep.
Right.
Stupid.
So they would probably
Like
think
as we
it's
were walking
tinnitus.
in, but no, so it's just shit show. 1 a.m, no one knows that we're at this truck stop. By the way, like human trafficking center of our state. And like we got a dude that's bleeding out. And so and like there's blood everywhere. Like it's bad. But basically we ended up getting out of there. We had to run out of there like the second we told him that the dude was going to call an ambulance. We just walk out. And so
Did you at least get your snacks?
yeah, we did. Yeah, we
We got
did.
barbecue chips and a few drinks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Barbecue chips for sure goated. But No,
Oh,
we're
man. Cheddar's, where's that?
we're walking back. The Jimmy kid has kind of a limp, but we really want to get back. So we started to like kind of jog because like we don't want to be in that cornfield anymore. And it was like, I don't know, did anything happen in that cornfield? Didn't he like pass out?
He almost did.
Yeah, like blood loss and whatever. But
Mhm.
we're like running back to like this town, like through the cornfield. We ended up getting back probably like 2:30.
32.
Yeah, 2:32, right? But we get back and like all fine and dandy, start to like dig into our snacks and whatever. And the Jimmy kid is like, "Yo, you guys see my phone?" Like, "No. Do you have it? Like, is it somewhere here?" He's like, "Call it, like someone call it." We call the phone. It's gone. Like it's not there. Uh so I have to, because no one else wanted to that was there. I had to walk in back into the cornfield like 2:30 at night to look for this kid's phone. That's probably long gone. He got it like a week before we went out.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Oh, like this phone's pretty cool, like it's new, like it's a lot newer than my old one." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty sick." And we have to go out and find it in the middle of a cornfield.
At 2:30 in the morning.
Right. So I'm just loving life at this point.
After you had just walked through it. There and back.
And like I'm still just caked in mud. But we ended up like walking around for a bit, and eventually after like 2.5 hours, probably like 5 in the morning, the sun was starting to rise. We found it like buried beneath mud. And like his ringtone, I'm pretty sure was like Old Town Road or
Yep.
something. And we finally found it. And we found it at 5. It was at like 2% charge because we kept on calling it. And by some miracle we found it. We got back. Everyone else was asleep. I took all my clothes off and I went to bed. I still had like my underwear on. The rest of it was just caked in mud. I
Yep.
went to bed.
And
And
I
that
bet you went to bed feeling like a successor.
I hurt everywhere.
No, the chances.
I walked like 10 miles.
Yeah, the chances of finding that phone were 0 to none.
Right, but I still felt like shit.
Yep.
But no, that's that story. That was awesome. Awesome experience. You guys have any like absolutely crazy stories?
Like the time I almost cut off my own fingers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, you should talk about that.
Oh,
You
really
should.
quick. There should be like a recording time. How far along are we? Like bottom right of the screen. All right. Do we carry it out to like an hour?
Sure.
All right, well. Okay, so it's my 18th birthday. Good time.
Very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go to Chicago for fun time. While in Chicago, we go to a mall.
Yep.
Awesome.
That sure we do. Yep.
Yeah. What does my ass get at the mall? A fucking machete.
Awesome.
I'm 18. I can buy this now.
And like help me out here.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know, but basically he likes to collect knives and swords.
Yeah, I'm
He
a
likes
collector.
weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a
Can you
weapons
not
collector.
blow that directly into the mic,
Yeah.
please?
I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, he likes to collect these.
Yeah. So basically, I now have this machete. It's really dope. A little while later, we get back to the hotel.
Nope.
And
Water. Sorry. I was really thirsty.
Oh.
interrupt my story.
One more time.
So anyway, if we get back to the hotel after
Man, I'm
being at this
hungry.
mall, shut your mouth.
Awesome.
Sorry.
And your boy taking it out of the sheath. Like so. I pull it out. And all of a sudden, my left pinky and left ring finger felt really hot.
Also, context. The sheath is made out of
Like nylon.
like a nylon, like string.
You
So
suck
it is
at
not
this.
very good.
I used to be bottle flip champion back in 2016.
Continue with your story.
Okay, so anyway. My fingers hurt. they're on fire. I don't know how many hoodlums are out there, but if you've ever been stabbed, shit burns.
Yeah.
Knife wounds hurt.
Just a bit.
So immediately, I feel it burn. I say, ow.
Ow.
As one does.
Yeah.
As one does. Because I was like, oh, it's probably just like, I slid the sheath maybe across my fingers
Like
and it was
rope
just,
burn,
yeah.
carpet burn, something.
Yeah, I pull my hand away and I look down. I am bleeding profusely
Yeah.
in this hotel room.
Didn't you run that under the sink too?
Yeah, I'm sitting there dripping blood, cleaning it off in the sink, and I pull it out. I can see the inside of my fingers.
That's gross.
It hurt. So what do? Go over and I wake up my mom. I'm like, hey mom,
What time of the night was it?
this is like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, no, some
Oh.
ungodly hour.
Yeah, and I wake her up, and I'm like, hey mom, we need to go to the hospital. And she immediately awakes. She's like, what did you do? I'm like, I cut my fingers. I'm probably gonna need stitches.
Did you feel it? Like, was it really hurting when you said that?
Yeah.
And you were just pretty
it
calm,
hurt.
or what?
Like, even after I got my stitches and it was all said and done, like, I think they were just dissolving stitches or something
Right.
like that. So they eventually came out, but once they were like gone, I could like barely move my fingers. I like cut
Right.
muscle.
So, like, when you said that to mom, were you just like panicking, or were you just like pretty calm?
I was pretty calm. I knew I needed stitches. I'm not gonna lie, there was a big part of me that was just like, I'm just gonna go to bed.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
But then I'm
bed.
like, no, if I do that, I'm gonna wake up never again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. Cause like I said, I'm bleeding profusely.
Yeah.
So mom's like, fuck. How? How did you do that? I'm like, let's take my machete out.
Probably like dumbass.
So we go and grab one of like the hotel's washcloths.
You're in a hotel. Oh, that's right. You're in
Yeah,
Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah, we were in a hotel.
So I'm sitting there holding it against my fingers, and we walk down into the lobby, go up to the receptionist, and we're like, hey, can you tell me where a hospital is? I need to get stitches. She gave me this look like, what?
Yeah.
So she proceeds to tell us, and we go there. It is like 2:30 in the morning when we get there. We go in, and I'm like, yeah, I almost cut my fingers off. I know I'm gonna need stitches, so like,
Do you want to get on that?
yeah, they're like, okay, sure. We get in there, and the first doctor's like checking me, and he's like, all right, so how'd you do that? I was like, I was pulling. I got a machete today. It's my 18th birthday. Pulling it out of the sheath, and I cut my fingers. I shit you not. He did a double take. He did a real life double take. Just
Boy, what?
he's like, what?
Yeah, no, I can't blame him.
He's like, repeat that. I was like, I cut my fingers on my machete. I don't know if it was the sheath or if the machete just cut through the sheath. He's like, okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go get you your doctor that's gonna take your do your stitches.
Yeah.
I was like, great. Shit you not, 2 more doctors came in. And they weren't there to do my stitches. They asked me to ask what my dumbass did.
That's-
2 more doctors like, so how did you do this? Something about a machete? I was like, yeah. It kind of hurts. I needed stitches. And they're like, oh yeah, and how did it do that? I had to go through the story 2 more times before the guy came in. I was like, are you gonna be the one doing my stitches? He's like, yeah. I got you.
I got you.
Great.
Awesome.
Let me roll it through it one more time. Whole story. So I get to the story, and he starts giving me the numbing shots. For anyone who's had stitches, ouch.
Ouch.
It burns, okay? I'm cussing up a storm. It hurts. And I'm like, oh, sorry. But it hurts. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, it's okay. I get it. He stitches up my pinky first. It's just fine. He gets to my ring finger.
That's when the racial slurs begin.
No, I was in Chicago. Can't risk that.
Yeah.
So he starts pushing the needle in. And lo and behold, oh, I can feel that.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
I can feel the numbing solution didn't get all. It wasn't like I didn't get enough in that finger, and I did. Because I could feel the needle just being pushed in.
Oh,
It just didn't
Ugh.
hurt.
you're gonna make me pass out again.
Oh, not again.
Yeah.
And you see, he figured out I could feel it. Because I must have like did something. Because he like looked up at me. He was like, "Did you feel that?" I was like, "No, keep going."
Why'd you
Why
say
would
no?
you? Why would you say yes?
I was panicking. I was like, "Holy shit, I can feel it! Holy shit, I can feel it! I have to watch it! Holy shit, I can feel it! Can you feel it?" No,
No, I'm okay.
no, I'm all right. Keep going. And I can feel every stitch being put in. And we get out. We get out of the emergency room, and we go back to the hotel. And on our way back, I look at Mom and I'm like, "Yeah, I lied. I could feel every stitch."
Ugh.
Yeah. no.
Okay, yeah. Now flashback to 6 months later. Yeah. Well, fast forward. 6 months later, I get in the mail. They sent me a thank you card for visiting them for being a dumbass.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It was
That's
Wow.
something that I would frame and put on a wall.
I don't know what happened to it, but it was basically just like, yeah, thanks for coming to our emergency room. We appreciated it or something like that. I was like, first off, cool. Second off, they only did this because I was stupid.
No, that reminds me a lot of my mom. Like, my dad really likes just like mopeds. Like 40 miles an hour is like cruising around town on like a moped for whatever reason. So my dad got like 2 of them and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty cute." By that point, I wouldn't have had my license to be able to drive a moped. I was still driving them around, just like around like my neighborhood that I lived in, because there's like cops. But my mom driving one day, she drove one to work because the gas mileage is like great, and she ended up, her coworker was driving behind her because they were gonna do whatever at our house. I can't remember honestly. And there was this car that I think made a turn and turning in the direction that she was going, but the way that he turned is he didn't like leave for enough room to get around him as he was turning. So she went kind of and like hit the curb, and she just fell right over the moped, like cut up her face, like hit her leg real bad. And so basically, I just got home and I walk in and I see my mom just like blood like everywhere on her face, like pant leg rolled up and like foot just like really swollen. She was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, Mom,
Yeah, how's it going?
what happened?" And she was like, "Oh, I just crashed a moped." And I'm like, "What?" So my dad got home after work and he was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to the hospital." So we went into the hospital and we were talking to like the nurses that were in there. We got into the room that they were going to do stitches in. And it came time for her to like explain what was going on. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I crashed a moped, like, you know, like the mopeds like all the kids drive in town to get to school. Yeah, I crashed one of those." And she just dead ass laughed at her.
Oh my.
It was awful, but it was so funny because like my dad was laughing at it too because it's just such a strange story. But we decided that it would probably be more badass if we said it was like a shark attack, you know, like middle of like a landlocked state, like middle of the country.
For
It
sure.
was a shark attack.
I'd believe it.
Right,
Yeah.
no, really really awesome, like cool, believable story. But the next one came in and we explained it again. We're like, "Yeah, I crashed a moped," and it came time for the actual like guy who did the stitches to come in. He was like, "Oh, these aren't that bad. You want to do them?" Looking at my dad. My dad's like, no, I'm good." But no, ended up getting stitches.
Did no one else hear that?
I heard it.
What?
What was
no
it?
stomach.
Oh.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh
Do you
my
need
god.
food?
What?
Do you need food?
I
Oh
need
my-
food.
It's that
I need
orange
food.
juice.
I need food.
Is it?
Yes, it's still kicking me a
Are you
lot.
are you gonna like shit your pants?
No, I'm not gonna shit my pants. I'm just.
It's already been done. There's nothing left.
Yeah, there's nothing
That was the
left.
sound of him shitting his pants.
Yeah, that wasn't his stomach. Just gonna smell that here in a sec.
But anyway, continue.
That was pretty much it. She just got stitches. She looked like Freddy Krueger for a while because her face was all cut up.
Damn, dude.
Well, what's the time on our video?
How much?
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
That was pretty good.
Well, we never had a proper intro,
Yeah.
but
Guess we'll have a proper outro at
Alright.
least.
anybody want to?
We wrapping it up?
Yeah, anybody
Yeah.
else want to send us off?
Go ahead, Noah.
Alright, so what I want y'all to do is have a very good day. I'm not giving a choice. Have a good one. Thank you.
Make sure you smash that like. Hit that
Oh, hey,
subscribe.
somebody needs to like hit the stop recording. Like, just hit the Angel. Do you want to do it? The mouse is like right there. Just like hit the like left click. No, it's like the highlighted gray one. Yeah, right there, and then stop.